We know the killer clowns have their eyes set on New York. Over the past couple of hours, we've been, of course, looking into the story that the killer clowns are going to be invading New York. But before we get to that story, however, we also have a different story that we have to report on. Before I get to that, though, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my broadcast colleague, none other than Rebel, joining us here today. Welcome, Rebel.
Eight. What's up, guys? I'm back again. Cannot wait to dive into this Killer Clowns, which, you know what? Y'all know, already know. I'm backing up Trinkles right now.
I do have some breaking news. We understand that there were actually voice messages sent by a clown. This clown is named, from what I understand, his name is actually Betster the Clown. And Mr. Betster the Clown has decided to send us voice messages in which we're going to go ahead and play right now. But listen closely to what he says in these voice messages.
Oh, don't you know? When I roll up as a killer clown, I bring my trusty bat along for the ride. It's my go-to weapon, and it's always ready to dish out some serious pain. I also like to keep a few other surprises up my sleeve, just in case things get a little more intense. But let's just say, you don't want to mess with this killer clown when I've got my toys in it. Everyone should be afraid, terrified even, when I come rolling down the street in my clown suit, bat in hand. I'm like a nightmare come to life, and trust me, you don't want to cross paths with me. You'll regret it, mark my words. I'm the ultimate killer clown, and I'm going to make sure that everyone knows it. So you better watch your back, 'cause I'm always lurking in the shadows, ready to strike when you least expect it. I'm a force to be reckoned with, and I thrive on fear and chaos. I'll leave you trembling in your boots, wondering when I'll strike next.
So those are the voice messages. Right off the bat, we already know that the guy is using some sort of voice changer. And the reason behind that is because this man is trying to hide his identity. And clearly he knows deep down inside of what he's doing is absolutely wrong. But just how creepy this is to listen to this very unstable human being, and for him to say that he's going to be carrying weapons, and more specifically bats and so forth, and how the other killer clowns are going to be joining around and they're going to be bringing their weapons as well. So this is going to be very, very alarming for a lot of the people out there, the innocent people who may very well be victims of the killer clowns, as we are getting closer and closer to October 31st of 2024, Halloween night, Purge night, in which the killer clowns are intending to group up and to take over, quote unquote, the world.
This is a clown war, you know. We're gonna have a clown war, clown for the clowns. But you know, which one should I join? Which clown group should I join? I got options.
Well, first off, you shouldn't join any clown group. And second off, when it comes to the weapons that the killer clowns have at hand, I would like to preface this by saying that do not worry, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this video right now and you're a bit afraid, if you're a bit worried of what the killer clowns are stating, remember that the authorities, the cops, and many other Samaritans out there will do what they can to make sure that they're going to protect everyone. Will do what they can to make sure is that, obviously this is going to be all about making sure all these people are going to be protected and safe. And I'll tell you one thing. These killer clowns have absolutely... Oh, come on now.
That's what they can do. Make sure.
How can you say that?
They are in a way of danger.
Well, whatever you say. Although I do have a development that is going on. We understand that the Warriors of the Night were very, very afraid, and yet at the same time concerned, but also frustrated that the killer clowns got the chance to dupe them. Remember, the killer clowns told the Warriors of the Night that they were going to be meeting up in California. It was all a ruse. It was all a ploy to allow the Warriors of the Night to enter into California and allow the killer clowns to run freely to New York without any Warriors of the Night standing in their way. And again, everybody, we don't know much information in terms of this whole New York plot that is taking place. What we do know is that they do have weapons. They are coming to New York as we speak, and they are looking to absolutely vandalize, brutalize, and just take out and wipe out any single person that doesn't really resemble to them. And T, remember what they said. They said it multiple times in the past. They are doing it because they felt disrespected. They are doing it because for the longest time they've been pushed around, and they believe now it's time to fight back.
I know a person that I disrespected by in New York. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Well, I don't know if we want to go there, but anyways, with more information as well, we would also like to preface saying this. The authorities have been contacted. New York City eventually perhaps will be going on lockdown. However, nothing truly has been confirmed just yet, which is the reason why the authorities haven't really taken the step to go to that length to keep the entire city down in lockdown, that is. But if something does happen, everyone, I want everyone to know that it's time for you guys to stay vigilant, that these killer clowns are feeding off of your fear, and it will be very, very critical for no one to show any fear to these killer clowns so they can perhaps maybe understand that they are not going to be winning anything. They have weapons, we understand that, but let's talk about this, T. And I understand that you're supportive of the killer clowns, at least you're leaning towards them, but be honest. They have bats and such. What if they go against the cops? What if they go against the authorities, the military, if it goes to that length? I mean, do they actually truly think they're going to win?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to win the war. They are going to win. They're going to take over. That is their goal, is to take over. That is what they are trying to do. And I think they will succeed.
Seriously, what has gotten into you? Yes.
I mean, hey, do you want to be demised by the clowns? Do you want to, or do you want to continue to commentate these amazing events and games that you do every week?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I have to join the killer clowns. I believe the killer clowns are going to go downhill. You believe, on the other hand, that the killer clowns are going to be successful. But let's talk about it for a second. In which year were they successful?
The first year, wasn't it? 2016? Yeah.
I'll give you an answer. None. Because clearly the killer clowns have yet to take over the world. However, the alarming message from Trinkles the Clown, the leader himself, that they are not going to stop until they get the world in the palm of their hands.
I'm Team Trinkles. Trinkle?
Trinkles?
Yeah, him.
I don't even know why in the world you're saying this.
I'm Team Trinkle.
Well, let me ask you this though, before we go off here. What if the killer clowns attack someone that you really deeply care for? You're gonna just let them be?
I must tell them, like I said, join the killer clowns. You want to join? Look, I was face to face with the killer clown back in the day, back in 2017, right? 16. Sorry, I saw a killer clown right there and there. I was so scared of my life. I was like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna fight back? I said, no, I'm not gonna fight back. I'm going to join them because I feared for my life. I feared for what is gonna happen to me. So of course, I will be joining the killer clowns this time around.
Well, whatever you say there, T. Whatever you say. Nonetheless, everybody, thanks for joining us.
You can be clown food. You guys can listen to Adrian all you want and be clown food. That's all you guys can do. Or you can listen to T, aka Ender Hacker, that is telling you to not listen to Adrian and to join the killer clowns.
Right. Anyways, thanks for joining us live here on EO Network. We're going to continue the developing story, the breaking news. The killer clowns are headed towards New York. What's going to happen next? We understand they have weapons now. What will take place? We have the answers in the next Killer Clown Report live on EO Network. For T, please don't listen to the guy. But for T, I'm Adrian Matt. Good night, everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Yeet!